All right, everybody, welcome back to Next to Nature this week with Dr. John Long. And you're really going to like this segment.
Or it could be a lot of fun.
Yeah. You'll get the puns
That's
in a
right.
moment.
That's
All right.
right.
So, again, one of those subjects I know nothing about. So, I am going to sit back and learn here.
Okay.
Dr. Long, tell us what we're talking about today.
You'll see this a lot. It's just noticeable, I think, because the leaves are being off trees. You'll find them on the ground. But this is what's known as a beard lichen. There's different types of beard lichen. This just so happens to be one type of beard lichen. Beard lichen, again, they occur on trees or some type of structure as that. It only uses the tree as a structure in which to reproduce. It does not harm the tree whatsoever. You will see them in dead trees, but again, that may be just because it's more noticeable that way.
Now, we were talking before we started, and one of the things that I thought was interesting, I asked what its purpose is.
Purpose is just like any other thing, is to make sure that the organism or species or any type of animal is carried on to the next generation. So as far as that's concerned, there are two types of reproduction that lichens do. This particular beard lichen does is asexually or vegetatively reproduction, which means they don't have to have a male or a female in which to reproduce. There's also a sexual version where spores are dispersed, and then just like any other thing, like a flower, it's just the same type of process. It comes in contact with the female structures, and it's reproduced that way. So.
Now, you also said it could be a mini ecosystem,
It
right?
can. If you say purpose-wise, it can be an ecosystem for small insects and other things, real tiny. One thing it also is according from my research, is very indicative of air quality. It just has a real response to different, types of air quality that you'd find. So
interesting.
In the UK, you can see a lot of differences within the air quality from industrial purposes or other activities. So,
does it thrive in certain type of air quality?
Well, as far as air quality is concerned, as far as pollution, we don't really have a whole bunch of industry around here, so that's why you see it healthy and growing and things of that nature. So relatively good air quality makes it proficient. So one of the ways we talk about spore dispersal, there's a structure on here called an apopecia, and it is, you'll see it's these round, flat type of structures.
Oh, yeah.
And that's the type of spore dispersion.
Well, Dr. Long, how are they formed?
So it's really a combination. Lichens are a combination between fungi and alga, and basically it takes those two to make the lichen, and with the primary expression being of the fungi. So that's a really cool way of looking at it. The tree derives no benefit from the lichen being attached to it, like you would think that it would provide some type of energy source. It does not. It's just a substrate for the lichen to attach to. And there's several different types of lichens. Like I said, this just happens to be a beard lichen.
Just kind of like a neighbor that won't leave.
That's right. That's right. But like I said, you'll find them on the ground where they've fallen or been blown out of trees. But don't be concerned with it. They're not detrimental to your trees.
All right. Well, all good information about things that we see that, to me, I liken it to one of those things that, you see it out in nature, but you're not really sure what it is.
Right.
And that's the reason we're here on Next to Nature.
Pretty cool stuff.
Yeah. From the guy that knows a thing or two about beards, the bearded lichen. We'll see you next week.